Hi, I'm Deidre Lewis,
I'm Chelsea Brown.
I'm Sherman.
and we're going to tell you the rules of a horror story. Now, most people in horror stories either do something stupid to get themselves killed or put others in general in harm's way. But I'm going to be the one to tell, like a dog, I'm going to be the one to tell you the rules to survive a horror story. Will the camera see me? Okay. First rule. When it appears that you have killed the monster, please never check to see if it's really dead.
No. If you find that your if you find that your house is built upon or near a cemetery, was once a church that was used for black masses, had previous inhabitants who went mad, or committed suicide or died in some horrible fashion, or had inhabitants who performed necrophilia or satanic practices, move away immediately. Away.
Never read a book of demon summoning aloud, even as a joke. Don't mumble to yourself either. If you can't read silently, you have no business with such a thing anyway.
Please people, do not search the basement,
You don't even have a basement.
especially if the power has just came out. Never search the attic either.
And
Just stay in your room.
as a general rule, don't solve puzzles that open portals to hell.
If you find a town that looks deserted, it's probably that way for a reason. Take the hint and stay away.
You find a town that's deserted.
What?
Oh, Samantha, you just said that. If you're searching for something that caused a mysterious noise, and you find out that it's just the cat, please leave the room immediately if you value your life.
Don't fool with recombinant DNA technology unless you're really sure you know what you are doing, which you probably don't.
If, and only if, you're running from the monster, expect to trip or fall down at least twice. More if you are of the female persuasion. Also note that despite the fact that you are running and the monster is merely shambling along, it's still moving fast enough to catch up with
That is
you.
very true. Don't you ever wonder
Yes,
how
I do.
Michael Myers get to catch up with people? I'd be like,
Yeah,
what?
Michael Myers,
Okay.
so does Jason.
Do not keep, and this is for every single person, do not keep all your sharpened kitchen knives in one of those wooden blocks on your work surface. Please
man,
don't.
we have one of those.
I know, right? We do too.
When you're searching a house because you think there's something dangerous there, for God's sake, turn on the lights, people.
Never back out of one room into another without looking. It's always behind you.
That's very scary. Especially when you
Did
close
you
the door.
say-
But, let me kick you. Never, ever, ever turn off the paved road onto a gravel or dirt road.
Always make sure that your car has a fresh battery and a full tank of gas so it will start immediately in times of crisis. Unless the killer like messes with your inside of your car and like and kills the
Cut some
engine
stuff.
and the belt, then you're just a goner. You're gonna die anyway. So just shoot yourself, commit suicide. Just saying.
Don't listen to her. Now, on to the next one. Never say that you'll be right back because you won't be right back.
Like on Scream 4,
Yeah, she'd be like, oh, be back. And be
but
like,
he did come back when he died. Anyway.
because he was a killer anyways. Never stand in, on, above, below, beside, or anywhere near a grave, crypt, tomb, mausoleum, or any other house of the dead. They do that anyway. That's stupid. It's scary.
If anything other than water,
Blood.
i.e. blood, that's not Spanish, blood or thick goo of any color comes out of the faucet, do not call the plumber, leave the house immediately.
The blob.
Oh, this
Or
is
like
a
dark
good one.
waters.
If, while looking in a mirror, you see a figure behind you that you don't see when you turn around, a room different than from the one that you're in, or a figure other than yourself looking back, or your reflection tells you to get out before it's too late, proceed to the nearest exit with all speed.
That is so true. If you open a door and the room you see is not the room that should be there, please do not explore it. In fact, even if you close the door and see the correct room after reopening it, vacate the house immediately.
When the family pet runs away, do not go looking for it. Pets are usually not killed. Even if they are, it's just a warm-up for the next human victim.
Never unlock the doors and look outside. That's just stupid. Stay in your house.
That's true. If
I
it's
know.
if it's late at night and your dog suddenly perks up his ears and growls lowly in his throat, never ever say, "What's the matter, boy? Gotta go out?" You're just asking to die.
If you use gasoline to destroy your attacker, make sure your Zippo is in fine working order. Also, make sure it's not the one your grandfather used in World War II, because you have to throw it away with a witty one-liner. Whatever that means.
Maybe like, "Oh, crappy piece of crap." They don't say that.
Make sure you get up early enough so you can kill the vampires during the day.
That's true. People never really think of
Except
that.
Blade, he was a human half vampire.
When you are trapped in a strange old house with your date, never say, "Let's try the basement," or "Look, the stairs up to the attic."
When approaching a room with a door that hasn't been opened in decades, and the knob begins to slowly turn back and forth on its own, back away. Do not ask loudly, "Who's there? Who's there? Who's there?" Just saying.
When you have the benefit of numbers, never pair off or go alone.
Don't you hate when people do that? They'll be like, "I'll be right back.
Stick
I'll go
together.
check."
We travel in packs.
I know. Anyways, if appliances start operating by themselves, it is time for you to get out the house.
Just say it.
I don't give a care. I'm
Do not take anything from the dead, because they'll come back and get you.
If your companion suddenly begins to exhibit uncharacteristic behaviors such as hissing, fascination for blood, glowing eyes, increasing hairiness, and so on, get away from them as soon as possible.
If your car runs out of gas at night, do not go to the nearest deserted looking house to phone for help. If you think that it's strange because you think you had a half tank, shoot yourself instead. You are going to die anyway and most likely be eaten by something.
Stay away from certain geographical locations, some of which are listed here: Amityville, Elm Street, Transylvania, Nilbog. You are in trouble if you recognize this one. The Bermuda Triangle, or any small town in Maine.
And please stay away from Pleasant Valley, especially.
Beware of strangers carrying tools such as chainsaws, staple guns, hedge trimmers, electric carving knives, combines, lawnmowers, retained torches, bandsaws, or any device made from deceased companions.
Listen closely to the soundtrack and pay attention to the audience, since they are far more intelligent than you could ever hope to be. Can you give us 1 second? We're going to take a break. We'll be back right after this.
Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know you guys were
Yeah,
doing
Can't even stop it. Let's just continue from this.
Not serious.
From
Fine, then I don't want
Give it here.
Yeah.
So, give me
if
another
you
one.
are
I just said
running
I wanted it.
for your life and are being chased by a monster, psychopath, axe
Give me
murderer,
the
and you
honey
happen to be a
bun.
female,
Give it here.
take the high heel,
You're not going to give it here.
take the high heel shoes off.
on.
We're trying to be.
Thank you.
Marley.
Also, if you just pushed a monster, psychopath, axe murder in the lake from your boat, dock, or bridge, don't lean over to see who's gone. When confronted by the walking dead,
That's not yours.
aim for the head. This is my part.
If you're a female, never ever take off your shirt. They like to attack you when your girls are hanging.
Lock your darn doors. Make sure the gas tank is full. And if you hit something that was weird looking, make the cops go look and see what it was. Don't get out of your car.
If you are running for your life and are being chased by...
Y'all keep going.
If the creepy back lady of the town tries to give you some advice, take it. For some reason, she always seems to know what she's talking about and during her brief moments of lucidity.
Join the police or the military right away. That way you won't be anywhere near the monster until it's really dead.
Where we at?
Brown, I'm about to do it.
Remember,
Cause you get on my nerves. You
Your
ain't supposed to
vital
be eating.
information.
I'm about to do it.
remember, the monster cannot be stopped by bullets. The army are an atomic bomb. Only a mob bearing pitchforks and torches will be able to inflict significant damage.
Monsters are generally radioactive, so always carry a Geiger counter in your car.
When confronted by a large animated flying reptile, aim
Stop
for the
eating while you're
wires.
saying this. If you can get around the creature
Stop
and get to the
listening
zipper
to
on his
him.
back, you can render him helpless.
If you are a female,
And
if you are a female on a tentacle swimming in a haunted pool / black lagoon, deserted lake, a white one-piece bathing suit is de rigueur.
Girls, if you're going on a date to Lover's Lane, make sure you are wearing shoes with proper ankle support. You just confused. Statistically, you will turn an ankle and the creature will get you.
Avoid going to isolated stations whenever possible. Arctic weather stations for Borden, Pacific Atoll,
You're not doing it no
distant
more.
space stations, and island bases for gone splicing corporations.
Gene splicing.
Gene.
What do you guys do
Okay.
with vital information?
If you want to know more, we will tell you on the second part. But since they're eating,
And
unfortunately, we have to go bye-bye. This has been Deidre Lewis, The
Chelsea
Rules of a
Brown.
Horror Story.
And
We will continue another day.
Adios, mi buenos amigos.